Hello and welcome to a lovely day in Wicklow. It might be sunny outside, but there's clouds in my head. Every now and then you have good days and bad days. That's why I do so much filming. That's why I intend on filming 6 videos today and then releasing them at a rate of 3 a week. I suppose one of my main things is social anxiety, people. If I'm down at a river with people digging, grand. If I'm teaching people how to pan, happy day. But if I'm in a shop somewhere, or if I'm in a supermarket or anywhere where there's people and they're in a hurry, sometimes I find it's nearly best to just get down to a river, sit down, put your boots in the water and chillax. So this is the river I'm going to be exploring today. Got a small little gravel bar here. There's a lot of rain lately. I'm not surprised there isn't more flow here. I do a bit of sampling along here, and when I find gold I'll set up the sluice, especially now today. The whole point of today is just to get out and just reconnect with nature. It's a lovely big forest. I'll show you here, look. Big massive trees everywhere. I'll start working on that gravel bar, do a bit of sample panning. So I know a lot of times you see me going, yay, let's go find a shiny, woohoo! There are days when that's me acting, and certainly today you're getting the real me. So the best option is just get down to a river, get down to a forest and don't interact with anyone. So I'm just going to spend the next another 5-10 minutes just sitting here chilling. So let's go wash some rocks, but most of all let's unwind, because that's what this is all about. You want loads of gold? Sure, I'll show you someday other day. Go to places that have loads of gold. We'll bring a full-size Dream Mat Sluice, we'll pound it on through the boxes. Today is not about that. Today is just unwind by the river. Right, let's go unwind. Right, so the first step we need to do before we actually set up sluice box is we just need to do a bit of test panning. I've set up the 1/2-inch classifier over the bucket, then we're going to get the sucker tube, I'm going to fill up the bucket. I'm just going to work literally right beside where the bucket is for now, because again we're testing a wide area. So I have a lovely tree here beside me that's fallen over, and it's a perfect way to hold up everything so I don't have to keep bending down to my digging tools, which is brilliant. Get in. There's a bit of a sandbar here, and we're on top of a clay layer. The clay is acting like a false bedrock. That's the easiest way to describe it. Just rest everything there. Happy days. This has turned into one of my favourite place so far. Haven't found any gold yet. I'm surrounded by birds in a lovely little forest, and thus far I haven't had to interact with people. Nice. So very simple. Grab it from either side. If you don't have gloves and you don't want to get wet, all you do is grab it from either side, bounce, spin, bounce, done. Right, see a bit of a gravel bar there upstream, so I'm just going to grab a quick sample from there. I'm just going to grab the top layer first, see how that gets on. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference in the gravel, a lot more darker material, which is exactly what we want. We're going to run this on through. That's some nice material. So again, if you don't have gloves on, all you do, bouncy, bouncy, and done. I'm going to fling these down a little bit, because there's going to be a certain cut-off point that I'm not going to test. So this is the spot where I'll be running the sluice box, if there is any gold found here. Oh yeah, now we're on the real one here. Look at this. Nice slow down. Water comes flying on through. Water comes down through this way. Down through this way. Slows right down. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to sample pan what's in the bucket now. And if I find gold, well then at least I know that it's either from there or it's from over there. Right, so we'll just go pan that now. Okay, so before I put on the camera, I made sure that the pan was thoroughly clean, along with the bucket. So pan is nice and clean. There's absolutely nothing left in it from previous days. No black sand, no nothing. Oh, look at this. I'm going to get to sit down and pan. I love when I get to sit down and pan. So much easier. Stratify, bring everything backwards, bring it to the front, stop, tip out all the water, put it under the water, take it out of the water. Under the water, out of the water. And just repeat that process until you wash off the front riffle. Bring it to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm loving this place already. If it has gold here, that's an even better bonus. It's a bigger excuse to come back here. Okay, nothing. No gold in that pan. That's fine. So what I'll do now is just going to grab the rest of that material, and then I'll back over to you in a second. I don't bother salting. There's no point in me putting gold into the bucket just to present it and show you, hey, look at that gold in the lovely. Because we're on this journey together. And again, like everywhere else, you need to sample. And when you finish that, do some more sample. So just going to move it over a little bit, just to make sure you can see this properly. let's try this now, see how we get on. Bring it to the front, stop. 1, 2. Oh, I have to say I'm about 11 times more relaxed than I was when I got here, honestly. So agitated. So if I don't find gold in this, what I'll do is knock off the camera, do some more testing, and when I do find gold, I'll come back to you. A good bit of black sand. One absolute micro speck of gold. I wouldn't even see it. I could barely see it here. Alright, that's fine, no big deal. Look, we didn't find gold there, so we're going to move over to the other side of the river. Okay, so we didn't find gold in the first test pan, no big deal. What we'll do now is I'm going to work the other side of the river. I'm going to work there. If I could find gold there, let me start that again. If I could find gold over there, that would be fantastic, because then I could just simply fill a bucket and park it straight in the Cali. Alright, let's crack on with it. Let's go find the shiny. Right, so I found this nice little patch off to the side of the river. What I did initially was I just took the rake and just went into here, pull back the big rocks. See that? See how much easier that is? Now, like, I have the rake there, so I don't really need double draw, but you can if you want to. And again, not a whole lot of gravel there, so let's have a quick look. We've only been using sucker tube for a few minutes. Yeah, there's half a bucket. So come on, we go and pan that now. Now, see this? There was no gold in this, but there was black sand. I want to dump this out. It's a lot for one pan, but actually it's too much for one pan. Come back to that in a minute. Nice iron material there, that's good. Give it a good shake about. Bring it to the front. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now what you can do is you can add more material to it, but because I'm here, I just want to have a quick sneak peek, see are we actually on the gold yet. Right, so what I'll do now is bring everything off to the side where there's no water, tip it a good bit of water, bump it off to the side. Black sand and gold! Yes, 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 about bleeping time. Yes, I like that. 1 second, just take the camera off my head for a second so I can show you that. So hopefully you can see this properly. Top of the black sand layer. Try and get you around towards this light. Okay, so the camera makes it look bigger than it actually is, but yeah, that's gold. What I'm going to do now is going to run down the rest of that pan. I'm going to put in the rest of this bucket. If you're ever doubtful as to whether your panning skills are any good, what you can do is get some lead shot, go down to a fishing shop and get some lead shot that's used in fishing weights. That is very heavy. Heavy pans. Alright, so work this one down nice and gentle because we already found gold in there. Bring it to the front, stop. And see all this dark materials at the back? That's how you know you're doing it right. So again, we'll stratify, bring everything back, quick flick, bring it to the front, stop, tip it out of the water, under the water, out the water. Perfect, so I'm just going to run through this a bit quicker. Perfect, right. Let's have a quick look here, see if we're on the gold. Let's have a quick look and see where we're at. So much more gold here than there was earlier. There is still that one piece from earlier. Right, okay, so I saw the little piece from earlier and not much else, but that's fine. So we got gold from there, nothing from there, gold from there. Where do you think we're gonna dig? Yes, we're gonna dig there. So I'm gonna have the sluice box set up and I'll come back to you, start belting on through. Hee, let's go find more shiny. Okay, so I have the sluice box dialed in perfectly. I've got the bucket, the lower bucket, set up right beside the sluice box. Dig it from here, how much better can you get? As far as getting the gold out of. And what I'm doing basically is taking the rake, as I was earlier, and just working away. Let's crack on with it. Let's fill up these buckets. Let's go process dirt. Let's go find the shiny. So slight update on things. I've filled the bottom bucket. That's ready to go. Now I'm ready to fill the top bucket. That'll be the one I'll be emptying. It just saves me having to bend down. It means I'm at this height. I look out to my knee rather than this height, because then I'm leaning myself over. As I've been sucker tubing out of here, I tend to get that kind of iron material, and that's good, that's what you want. As I come further down, it just goes to clear water. So what I've gone and done is I've taken apart this dam, and I've pushed the rocks out, and basically I'm creating a V, so the majority of the water will continue to go through the sluice box. Working out brilliantly. Nowhere near as much water coming through here as there was a minute ago. So the simplest option is just to fill a bucket. See where you get that, look. See that iron stain material? That's exactly what you want. But if I come further down, like here, a little bit of it. Where was it? I didn't see it. If I come back here, hang on. Yeah, not as much there, look. See, it's just clear water there. But if I come back to here, where was it? Somewhere around here, hang on. Yeah, there you go, look. There's that marbling. But I go upstream, get that iron-rich marbling colour. And I keep filling this bucket up. And I'll come back to you in a few minutes when this is full. Feed it onto a sluice box. Let's keep processing dirt. Let's go find loads of shiny. Let's go find the shiny. Right, so I have the bucket pretty much full there. Right to the top. So what I'm going to do now is just going to feed the sluice box by the shovel. Instead of me getting a trowel and bending it down, just nice and gently feed it on across. Because it diverted most of the river into the sluice box, giving it a lovely V. It's running absolutely fine. I don't want to overfeed it. See where it's taking a while to go through. But just very gently. It's not meant for mass production. If we have a decent bit of rain over the next few days, I'll be able to set up the full cell dream mat here. That's only if I find enough gold here to justify bringing that monster down here. Have a look at this. Yeah, I think that's gold. I'll check it on the recording in a second. But that looks very nice. That's gold. Happy days. Oh, I can see gold in the mat. Yoo! Lovely. And the sun's coming out even better. Right, I'm going to crack on with this and I'll come back to you later on in the day when I'm doing a sample pan. Probably about bucket, I don't know, 6 or 7. See how we get on. Right, let's crack on with it. Let's go find the shiny. So what I'm going to do is going to put you in the fast frame mode now. Just so to give you a different angle on things. See the sluice box running. As I dug into here, the shovel slipped into a clay layer. And as I dug out of that, those shovels that I put into here is where the gold has come from. So this is an interesting development. I'm getting into this clay. Now, as you know before, I always say don't bother running the clay. The hole has plummeted in depth. Watch this. So this is where the hole was a minute ago. This is where it is at now. Right, gotta crack on with it. See you later for the clean out. Let's go find the shiny. Right, so just give you a quick update on things. See this level where a leg is? Now gently come into the hole. Oopsies, there we go, down. Water's now up to there. As I'm digging the hole, it's getting deeper and deeper. So what I'm doing is, I've started seeing gold on the V-mat. So what I'm going to do is just do a quick test pan at the bottom of the bucket. There's a tiny bit of gold left in there from earlier on. So what I'm going to do is, just going to put this through the sluice, so as not to disrupt things. I'm fairly certain we'll catch that later. So I'll give the pan a quick rinse. And a quick test pan. A lot of clay rich material here as well. One, two. A little bit faster. Let me just come back up a bit where it wasn't. That's where we were. Yeah, I can see the tailings there. Just a little bit slower here. That's what we want. Bring it to the front. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright. Yeah, I've got gold in here. Happy days. Not a whole lot of gold. So not a whole lot of gold in that test pan, but that was only the bottom of the bucket. So what I'm going to do now is just get back to belting on through. But I'm not particularly happy with the way the Cali's working, because I'm seeing gold on the V-mat, and as I dump more material in, the gold gets disturbed and it gets pushed on. If we're on good gold, I'll come back tomorrow with the NWV4 sluice box and the auto feeder, and then I'll be able to just simply put 3 shovels in the bucket, dump it in the auto feeder, and then fill the bucket again. It means the sluice box will have a constant supply of dirt. Fill in the bucket, run the yellow one, so I'll have run 8 in total. Then I'll do the clean out, and hopefully we've loads of gold in that. Let's crack on with it. Let's go find the shiny. So what I'm now going to do is clean out the sluice box. I think probably the easiest option is if I just simply put it up on the bank, and we'll clean it out from there. First things first, we'll take off the smaller rocks that are holding it in place. My foot down the end so it doesn't go floating. Lift off the giant rock. splash it in your face. Make sure the strap is well and clear. That's important as well. Yeah, that's too deep in the water. Okay, ready? And we're just gonna lift it straight out. There we go. Now, so nothing on the V-mat. There was some on the V-mat earlier. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna fill up this bucket with water, rinse that out, and I'll see you at the next scene. We'll be at the panning station. Right, so this is all the cons from today. As I say, we're running half-inch, so there's a good few cons there. So I'm gonna work this on down. This is the test pan I had earlier. There was a tiny speck of gold in there earlier. So I'm just gonna leave that there. So hopefully we find more than one speck. And as I say, along the way, I did see what looked like gold in the mat. We saw that one earlier. There's gold in the mat as well. My bucket is well and truly clean. Happy days. Bring everything to the back. Shredify, bring it to the front. I'm not going to do my usual lessons. I want to get this done quickly before the camera goes flat, and also before it rains, because it looks like it's about to have a downpour any minute. Although I've been in worse downpours, as you've probably seen in previous videos. So if there's nice gold here, I'll bring along a bigger sluice box tomorrow. We'll know in a few seconds if there is. There's a lot of black sand and a lot of heavy iron material there. Right, let's have a quick look and get these bigger rocks out of the way. Again, I don't salt. I've absolutely no idea what's here. That is a lot of iron, a lot of black sand. So let's have a quick look together. So let's see, a lot of black sand. Get a good bit of water there. A lot of ironstone. Oh, mother of God, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, it's not a lot of gold, but the size of it. Oh, yes. Look at that. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm just going to see if I can reveal more of it. There's probably more of it stuck inside with the garnets. I just get the camera off my head for a second just so you can get that shot. See, there's two or three pieces there, right? Look at the amount of red and black sand there. And a couple of big garnets. Look at the garnet there. Oh, this is nice. I am liking that. Right, so it's not a whole lot of gold, but that's big gold. I've never found big gold here. I've only ever found flood gold and flower gold and small bits. I tell you, I think I know the answer. I'll be coming back here tomorrow with the NWV4 Sluice box. I hope you've enjoyed today's video of whatever I happen to call it at the editing stage. If you like this video, chances are you like the videos I previously posted and the ones I'll be posting in the future. Don't forget the subscribe button, and sure, catch you next week. And I'll go buy more shiny. Bye bye.